Hmm. Okay, hello everyone. Hi guys. Hello everyone. Good evening. How are you all? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, guys. Am I audible to everyone? Am I visible to everyone? Audio, video, everything is good, working fine for all of you, yes or no? Hi guys, good evening. Hmm. Okay. Hi Anu, good evening. Hi Kiran, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So we have to start the final marathon for PPB today. Okay. So we know that we have only 2 days left, 6th and 7th, right? So we will have a final marathon. Okay. Part one I will be having today and part two I will be having tomorrow, everyone. Okay. So kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, whoever are watching this session, kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can, whoever are watching this session, everyone, you guys. Yes. So this is the session. So in this, the first 1 hour, I will be taking the complete numerical session. The complete numerical session I will be taking in the first hour, means from 6 to 7. First, I will be taking the whole numerical, and then I will be completing the MCQs, A plus B plus C plus D. Okay. So let's start discussing. I hope that everyone has joined the session. Kindly just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Whoever are watching this session, everyone kindly just send it to another bankers to join the session. Okay, right. So let's start discussing with the very first question of the class. Okay. So there is a NBFC-MFI. Okay. Sorry. Non-banking financial company, micro-financial institution named as Micro 8. It has a portfolio size of rupees 150 crore. The current average base rate of the five largest commercial bank as advised by Reserve Bank of India is 8%. Micro aid cost of fund is 6%. Given this information, you have to calculate the maximum interest rate that micro aid can charge from its borrower. It is 16, it is 12, it is 23 or 18%. Now let's just start answering this question, everyone. Chalo, let's start answering this question. So there is a first numerical question which you need to check and answer the following, everyone. So the correct answer for this question is what? So what is the maximum interest rate that this non-banking financial company, microfinancial institution can charge from its borrower? So we have cost of fund given 6%. Okay. Now, because it is a portfolio, or it this company has a portfolio size of 150 crore. So if you all remember what I have told you in the class, everyone, if you all remember, this particular bank loan to NBFCs MFI. First, what is the marginal cap? So marginal cap is actually the difference between rate to the borrower and the cost of fund, right? Now rate to the borrower and the cost of fund, the difference between that. Now maximum 10% it is for the large MFI if your portfolio exceeding 10%, and for 12% it is for others. Okay, so margin cap in this case, if we talk about the margin cap for this particular case, because the portfolio size is 150 crore, 100 crore and above, so the maximum marginal cap can be 10%. First of all, we need that margin cap, so the maximum allowed is 10%. Now, what is the cost of fund here is given? So the cost of fund is given like 6%, right? Now, then how the interest rate is calculated? So the interest rate is actually lower of these two. First, the cost of fund plus margin, or the average base rate multiplied by 2.75. either this or this, whichever is lower, right? Now, cost of fund plus margin cap, for according to one, it is 16%. Now, second, average base rate is given like 8%. So, average base rate into what? Into 2.75, everyone. So 8 into 2.75 is actually 22%. So it is either 16 or 22, whichever is lower. So lower is 16%. So the correct answer for this question is 16%. Clear? So this is the first question for all of you. So if you all remember this, how can we calculate the maximum? The maximum interest rate which is charged by non-banking financial company. So it is either the cost of fund plus margin or the average base rate multiplied by 2.75. Lower of these two is the maximum thing. Now, how we can just calculate the margin cap? So, if it is a large MFI, means 100 crores and above, the maximum it can be 10%. For other, if you have the portfolio size of 100 crore below, then it is 12% for you. So margin cap plus cost of fund, here it is 16%, right? Now the average base rate determined by RBI, it is given in the question 8%. So 8 into 2.75, it is 22%. So either 22 or 16, whichever is lower. So 16 is the correct answer. Clear, everyone? Any doubt in this question? Yes or no? Any doubt in this question, guys? Sorry. If you have any doubt, kindly please ask your doubt. Good evening, Double X. Good evening, Arun. Good evening. Perfectly clear. No doubt in this question. Good. So, very important question. So, this was actually explained to you in the chapter Bank Loan to NBFCs, MFIs, right? This was the chapter in which I have explained this in detail. Okay. Now, next question. A bank report the following data. We have net advances 19,000, provision held against the NPAs 1,000 crore. Gross NPA ratio is 20% of the gross advances. Based on this, you have to find the standard assets, everyone. Now, just please start answering this question. Everyone, please start answering this question. Everyone, you guys. So we have given the net advances 19,000 crore. Provision held against the non-performing asset is 1,000 crore. Then we have gross NPA ratio 20% of the gross advances. Now just we have to calculate. Everyone, please start answering this question, you guys. Everyone. So this is a very important question, everyone. You just have to answer this. What is a standard asset? What is a standard asset? Everyone. So, answer this question, guys. Everyone start answering this question. You have to answer this question. So, the correct answer is what? It's very simple. It's very easy. You just have to take care and answer this question. First of all, what is the formula of a standard asset? Okay, how we have to calculate the standard assets? Okay, so standard asset is equals to, if we talk about the formula, gross advance is equal to standard asset plus gross NPA. So if gross advance is equal to standard asset plus gross NPA, so if we have to calculate the standard asset, it means that gross advance minus the gross non-performing asset. This is the formula. Standard asset is equals to gross advance minus gross NPA. Now let's just calculate here. Okay. So net advance is given 19,000 and provision held against net performing asset is 1,000 crore. So if we talk about the gross advances, so the gross advance is equals to 19,000, which is net advance, plus the provision, which is 1,000 crore. It is 20,000 crore, right? Now, if we talk about the gross NPA, how the gross NPA is calculated, it is 20% of the gross advance. Okay, so 20% of the gross advance is what? 20% of 20,000. It is like, okay, 2,000 to 4,000, right? Now, if we talk about the standard asset, very simple. It is gross advance minus gross NPA. As simple as that. So 20,000 minus 4,000. So it is what? 16,000. So the correct answer for this question is C. Not 15. It is 16,000. Sneha, it is 16,000. Okay, done? Any doubt in this question? If you have, kindly ask your doubt. So the formula I have already given to you. Yes, 16,000. Just a little mistake, but it will actually spoil the whole question for you. So it is 16,000. It is very basic calculation. It is not 15. It is 16,000. Everyone, any doubt in this question? If you have, kindly ask. If you no doubt, please give me a thumbs up. Everyone. No doubt. Perfect. Arun, Anu, Sneha, Kiran, everyone who are watching this session. If you have any doubt, please ask. No doubt? Good. Now, next. Now see, what is the next question? A bank has an advance of rupees 200 lakh classified as a doubtful asset. Here, the realizable value of the security is 80 lakh. The asset has remained doubtful for 2 years. Now you have to calculate the provision. What is the total provision a bank should make? It is 120 lakh, it is 128 lakh, it is 152 lakh or 160 lakh. Everyone start answering this question. Everyone, you guys. Everyone start answering this question. So the correct answer is what? Okay, provision a bank should make. Now I'm just giving you time to answer this question. It's very easy. Again, it's very easy. So tell me the correct answer. How much total provision a bank should make in this case? So the correct answer is what? Okay, now Anu is saying A, 120 lakh. Okay. Sneha is saying 152 lakh. And everyone else? Everyone else? Everyone else, kindly please answer this question. Kiran, I want answer. Okay. And there are a lot of bankers watching this session. I want to answer. Okay. So simply, you know that, first of all, for a doubtful asset, 100% of the provisioning is done for the unsecured portion. So whatever is the unsecured portion, 100% provisioning for the unsecured portion is done. Okay. First. Now, second. Now it is remain the other secured portion. It has remained doubtful for 2 years. Now here you have to see, for the secured portion, the provision can range from 25% to 100%. Yes or no? So here you can see this. Up to 1 year, the provision is 25%. 1 to 3 years, the provision is 40%, and more than 3 years, the provision is 100%. And it remained doubtful for 2 years. Very good, Sneha. Very good. So obviously, for the secured portion, the provisioning is 40%. Okay. So here, first of all, how we have to calculate. So the total is 200 lakh. Okay. And 80 lakh is the realizable value of the security. Means if we talk about the unsecured portion, it is 200 minus 80 means 120. Okay, so 100% of 120 means 120. 100% of 120. It means 120 of the unsecured. Okay. Now, what is the secured portion? Obviously, the secured portion is 200 minus 120. It is 80. 80 is the secured portion. Now, we have to take care that it is doubtful for 2 years. It means that 40% of the provisioning is done of 80 lakh, right? So I think it is 32 lakhs. It is 32 lakh. So the total provisioning is what? 120 plus 32. It is 152. So the correct answer is C. Very good, everyone. So the correct answer is what? C. Done. Any doubt in this question? See, if you have any doubt, kindly ask. So there may be this type of question that can be asked in your examination, right? What is the total provisioning a bank need to take? Very good question. Very simple to calculate. All you have to remember is this portion, that if you have a doubtful asset in the non-performing asset, 100% of the unsecured portion is for the provisioning, first of all. Now, for the secured portion, the provisioning can range from 25 to 100%. Now, it depends upon, up to 1 year, it is only 25%. Between 1 to 3 year, it is 40%. And for more than 3 year, it is 100%. Clear? Okay, good. Okay, next. There is a term loan account in the XYZ bank. Has the following payment history. There is a term loan, okay, and this has the following payment history. Borrower was due to pay 10 lakh rupees on 1st January 2025. He has no payment till 25th of February 2025, and on 5th March 2025 he paid 3 lakh only. Now, on 15th March 2025, how should the bank classify this account? Special mention account 0, special mention account 1, special mention account 2, or it is a non-performing asset? Tell me the correct answer, everyone. It's very simple again. You have to remember the concept. If the concepts are clear, the question is very easy for all of you. Tell me the correct answer. Okay, Sneha is saying SMA, special mention account 1. Okay, and everyone else? Answer this question, guys. So Krishna is saying SMA2, right? And everyone else? So the correct answer is what, guys? Okay, due date 1st January 2025. It is the due date, right? Now, overdue, it should be counted from 2nd January 2025, right? Because first that we have to pay. If you are not paying on first, then overdue is counted from 2nd. Now, from 2nd to 15th of March 2025, from 2nd January to 15th of March 2025, it is approximately 73 days. It is approximately 73 days. More than 61 days plus less than 90 days. If it is more than 61 days and less than 90 days, it is a special mention account 2nd. So yes, Krishna is correct here. Anu is correct here. It is a special mention account 2. Very good, everyone. So see this. A lender has to recognize the stress in the loan account. So if it is overdue for a period which range between 1 to 30 days, it is a special mention account 0. If it is overdue between 31 to 60 days, it is a special mention account 1. If it is overdue between 61 to 90 days, it is a special mention account 2. Here it is overdue for a total of 73 days. 73 days means it is a special mention account 2. After 90 days, it is considered as what? After 90 days, it is considered as non-performing asset. After 92 days, it is considered as what? Non-performing asset. Clear, everyone? Any doubt if you have, please ask. If you don't have any doubt, give me a thumbs up, each and every one of you. Any doubt, you guys? No doubt? Everyone give me a thumbs up, and everyone kindly like and share the video to the maximum you can. These are the all numerical questions which are very important for your examination. Either the numerical or the straight away the simple questions can be asked in your examination. Clear? Okay? Done? Good. Now next question. The bank has a total advance of 100 crore, investment in the statutory liquidity ratio worth rupees 250 crore, bill rediscounted worth rupees 150 crore. Calculate the adjusted net bank credit. Everyone, we have to calculate the adjusted net bank credit. Everyone, please answer. We have to calculate the adjusted net bank credit. So it is very easy. Now it is already, we have done a lot of time. Adjusted net bank credit. But he paid partial amount? No, he haven't paid any partial amount. He had paid no payment, na? 3rd March he paid 3 lakh, but it is not enough to cover the complete amount. Still it is overdue, right? Still it is overdue. Okay. So 3 lakh, but he didn't clear any debt now. That's why. Okay. Done. Now next. Next. The bank has a total advance of 1000 crore. Investment is the statutory liquidity ratio worth rupees 250 crore. Now simple thing is how you have to calculate the adjusted net bank credit. It is 1000 crore, means the investment in the statutory liquidity ratio, okay, the total advance, okay, minus the investment in the statutory liquidity ratio is 250 plus the bill risk discounted is 150. Okay, so total advance minus investment in the SLR plus bill rate discounted. Okay, so the correct answer is what? Yes, 600 is the correct answer. Perfectly correct statement. Yes, done. Any doubt? This is so simple. This is so easy. Nothing very special in this. Now let's talk about this. A company has the following balance sheet. There is a current asset 1200 lakh. Then there is a current liability which is excluding the bank borrowing 500 lakh. Now bank stimulates the borrower's margin which is 25% of working capital gap. What is the maximum permissible bank finance under the first method of lending? First method of lending, everyone. The formula which I have told you in the first method of lending, you have to calculate that according to that. Everyone just please answer this question, guys. Aruna, Sneha, Kiran, and everyone who are watching this session, guys. So current assets, current liabilities, you have to calculate the maximum permissible limit as per the bank finance. Everyone start answering this question. Everyone, you guys, so the correct answer is what? Everyone, it's simple, it's easy. All you have to do is to answer this question, guys. Working capital gap. First of all, bank stipulates borrower margin 25% of the working capital gap. Okay, working capital gap is current assets minus current liability excluding the bank borrowing. First, you have to calculate the working capital gap. Okay, then we have to calculate the borrower's margin. It is 25% of that working capital gap. Okay, so maximum permissible bank finance is whatever the working capital gap is minus the margin. Very simple. Yes, Sneha, very good. It is 525 because in the first method of lending, it is given here that bank stipulates 25% of the working capital gap as the borrower margin. It means that the borrower has to bring 25% of total working capital gap. It is given in this question, but actually it will directly be asked in the examination. You just have to calculate the MPBF. So, under the first method of lending, the borrower has to bring 25% by its own, and the rest 75% the bank has to provide the finance. The bank is providing the finance, it is 75%, obviously. So, if it is first of all, we have to calculate the margin here. Okay, margin. First of all, we have to calculate the working capital gap. It is 1200 minus 500, which is 700, right? Now, in this, what is the bank's, borrower's margin? It is 25% of the working capital gap. We have to calculate only the bank finance. So, obviously, the bank finance is 75% of 700. It is 525 lakh. Very good. So the correct answer is what? Correct answer is D. Done. Any doubt in this question? If you have, please ask. If you don't have any doubt, just give me a thumbs up. Everyone. Any doubt if you have, ask. If you don't have any doubt, but just give me a thumbs up. Each and every one of you. Kiran, Sneha, Anu, Aruna. Done? Okay, good. Very good. Very good, you guys. Next question. Micro and small enterprises has a projected annual turnover of 40 crore. Okay. As per Reserve Bank of India guideline, working capital is to be assessed under the turnover method. Turnover method. Okay. You have to calculate the working capital finance that can be sanctioned by the bank. Now, in this, we have to calculate the turnover method. What is the working capital finance that can be sanctioned by the bank in this case? Everyone, please answer this question. In this, please answer this question. What is the correct answer for this question? Everyone, start answering this question. Everyone. So, chalo, come on, let's answer this question. It is what? Okay. So Akash is saying C is the correct answer. 10 crore. Again, just please look out in this question. It's a very important question, very good question. Just need a little bit understanding, everyone. Please, Arun, need a little bit understanding. Chalo, chalo, come on. Let's answer this question. It's a very good question. Very, very good question. In fact, a little tricky question. Turnover method. Okay, 25% of the PAT, projected annual turnover, is the total working capital required. Okay, in this 20% of the PAT, this is provided by the bank. 5% of the PAT, it is the borrower has to bring by themselves, right? Right, everyone? This is the turnover method. Okay, but if you all remember, I have told you, if you are a micro and small enterprise, the maximum working capital finance which can be sanctioned by the bank is 5 crore, not more than that. It was the very first line. In case you are a micro and small enterprises, the maximum working capital finance which you received as a finance from the bank is 5 crore, not more than that. Okay. First, we have to calculate according to this. Let's see how much the number is coming. So, PAT is 40. It is bank finance. It is 20% of 40 lakh, 40 crore. It is 8 crore, right? So here from the turnover method, it is coming 8 crore. But because you are a micro and small enterprises, the maximum limit that is sanctioned by the bank as a working capital finance is 5 crore, not than that. So the correct answer is 5 crore. not more than that. According to the turnover method, it is coming 8 crore, but the limit is only 5 crore, not more than that. For example, according to the turnover method, if it is coming below 5 crore, like for example 5 crore or 4 crore or 3 crore, then you can take the answer like 4 crore, 3 crore, 2 crore, 1 crore, even in lakhs, that is all allowed, but not more than 5 crore. So in this, we have to take the answer B, not 8 crore, not A. Okay, right? Yes. So it was written in the turnover method. MSC, micro, small and medium enterprises, with up to 5 crore working capital limit receives from the bank. From the bank, if you are a micro and small enterprises, only 5 crore is the maximum limit you can receive as a finance from the bank. Now, you have to calculate according to the turnover method. 25% of the PAT is a total working capital requirement. 20% of the PAT is the bank finance. And the borrower has to bring 5% of that particular PAT. Clear? Done? Good, you guys? Done? Any doubt in this question? If you have, please ask. No doubt, give me a thumbs up, each and every one of you. Yes, it is a nice question. No doubt. Can we move to the next question then? Okay. Now, we have to calculate the letter of credit limit here. Okay. All the things are given in the question. Read out the question and then answer. We have to calculate the letter of credit limit. Now, it's easy. Just calculate. Everyone, please answer this question. Done? Very good. Now, we have to just calculate here the letter of credit limit. Everyone. Yes, Sneha, it is correct. It is 400 lakh. How we have to calculate the letter of credit limit? First of all, we have to see the time taken in the complete period of credit in one cycle. Okay, we have to calculate the time period in one cycle. Now, the time period in one cycle is 10 lakh plus 20 lakh plus 30, sorry, days, not lakhs, days. Okay, it is what? 60 days, right? Now, in one period of credit, total time period taken is 60 days. Okay. Now, if we talk about in a year, considering we have 360 days in a year, so the total credit cycle in a year is 6, obviously, right? Now, here we have to calculate the letter of credit, and letter of credit is calculated whatever we have to purchase on credit, not on the consumption, whatever we have taken on credit. So we have taken 2400 lakhs in a credit for 1 year, right? In 1 year, the complete cycles are 6. So if we talk about the per credit limit, it is what? It is 400 lakh. Yes, so the correct answer is 400 lakh. So correct answer is what? 400 lakh. Very good, guys. Everyone, any doubt in this question? If you have any doubt in this question, you are allowed to ask your doubt. Everyone. Any doubt? Kiran, Sneha, Arun? No doubt. Very simple. Okay, I have given you how you have to calculate the letter of credit limit. Okay, done? Now, very good. Next question. Now it is the question. Please just understand the question and then you have to answer. A bank sanctioned the housing loan to the following customer. Mr. A purchased a house valued 32 lakh. He availed a housing loan of 27 lakh. Mr. B purchased a house valued at 70 lakh, availed a housing loan of 52 lakh. Mr. C purchased a bungalow valued at 90 lakh, availed a housing loan of 65 lakh. Now, based on Reserve Bank of India guidelines, what will be the applicable risk weights for A, B, and C? Everyone. Now, chalo, tell me the correct answer here. Now, you have to calculate. Everyone, you have to calculate this. Everyone. Kiran, Anu, Akash, Sneha, everyone start answering this question. Okay, so first of all, to make you easy and revise the concept, see this the quantum of the loans. So, home loan, first of all, in deciding the value, the house property stamp duty, registration, and other documentation charges need to be excluded, first of all. Okay, so here, the excluding stamp duty and registration, these are all excluded, which are given. Okay. Now we have to calculate, first of all, if the loan to value ratio is less than 80, then the risk weight is 35. Okay. For a category of loan for the house loan of up to 30 lakhs. If it is more than 80 and less than 90, then it is risk weight 50. Okay. Now here 30 lakh between 75 lakh, if you are taking the house loan of 30 to 75 lakh, then if the loan to value ratio is less than 80, then the risk weight is 35, and over and above 75 lakh, loan to value ratio is always 75, maximum as 75, so it is 50. Clear? Now here you can see, first of all, we have to calculate the loan to value ratio. This is the extra step here you have to calculate. Now how you can calculate the loan to value ratio? In this, the housing loan is 27 lakh. For A, the housing loan is 27 lakh. Divided by the house value is 32 into 100. First of all, for Mr. A, what is the loan to value ratio? It is 84.38% approximately, right? Now for Mr. B, what is the loan to value ratio? He has availed a housing loan of 52 lakh divided by the original cost of the house into 100. Means here the loan to value ratio is approximately 74.29%, right? And for C, what is the loan to value ratio? 65 divided by 90 into 100. Now here the loan to value ratio is approximately 72.2%. Clear? First of all. Okay. Now let's see. He availed a housing loan of 27 lakh. 27 lakh means it is either falling in this category. Mr. A falling in this category, right? The loan to value ratio is 84.38, means this is the loan to value ratio. 84.38. It is the loan to value ratio. So the risk weight is 50%. So for Mr. A, the risk weight is 50%. Okay. Now, second, Mr. B has the loan of 52 lakh. 52 lakhs means B falling in this category. The loan to value ratio is 74 approx. So it is this complete. So risk weight is 35. So for B, it is 35%. Now C has availed a housing loan of 65 lakh. 65 lakh. C also falls in this category. Okay, 65 lakh. Now here the loan to value ratio is 72, means it is less than 80% good. Again, it is 35. So it is also 35. 50, 35, 35. So the correct answer is what? Sorry. So I think the answer is what? Answer is 50, 35, 35. So you can say this is the answer. Okay. 50, 35, 35. Okay. For third, it is 50%. See, for see how it is 50%. Let's see. Loan is about 65 lakh. Okay. First of all, the house value is 90 lakh. Okay. House value is 90 lakh. No. Individual housing loan, loan to value ratio. Okay, house value is above 90 lakh. It is 50, right? For third, it is 50. Yes, everyone. For third, it is 50. Okay, so the correct answer is 50, 35, 50. 50, 35, 50. B is the correct answer, right? Right? Okay. Done, everyone? Yes or no? Everyone, you guys. Okay. So 90 lakh means it is falling in this category, not this. It is falling in this category, 90 lakh. The category of loan, if your house is over and above 90 lakh, then the loan to value ratio is 75. So C is falling in this category, right? C in this category, 72%. For C, the loan to value ratio is 72%, which is well within this category. And so the risk weight is 35, 50, 35, 50. Clear? Done? Okay, my mistake. 50, 35, 50. B is the correct answer. Done, guys? Yes? Any doubt in this question? Any doubt in this question, you guys? Everyone. Thank you, Sneha. Thank you. Done? Good. Good, everyone. Good, guys. Now, the last practice question, okay? Then we have to start the MCQs, okay? So, Priya operates a micro enterprise focused on food processing, plans to upgrade her machinery to improve efficiency. He intend to apply for a loan of rupees 90 lakh, purchase new equipment that cost 70 lakh. After finalizing her loan application, she discovered the credit link capital subsidy scheme. Okay, how much subsidy will Priya be eligible to receive under the credit link capital subsidy scheme? Everyone, please answer. Okay, CLSS. How much subsidy Priya is eligible to receive under CLSS? Everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. So the correct answer is what? Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, let me calculate also. Okay, right. Okay, if we talk about the correct answer, what is the correct answer, everyone? Okay, credit linked capital subsidy scheme. If you all remember, first of all, in the credit linked capital subsidy scheme, loan is given for the upgradation of technology. First important thing, right? Now, second thing, the loan amount under CLS is maximum of rupees 1 crore. Okay, so if she intended to apply a loan of rupees 90 lakh, that is well within the limit of CLSS because the maximum loan sanctioned is 1 crore. Okay, now second, what is the subsidy? Subsidy is always 15% of the purchase price of plant and machinery, not the amount of loan. It is 15% of the purchase price of the plant and machinery, not on the loan. If you are calculating 15% subsidy on 90 lakh, that is wrong because the subsidy is always calculated 15% of the purchase price of plant and machinery. So purchase price is 70 lakh. 15% of 70 lakh. It is what? It is approximately 10.5 lakh subsidy. Okay. 10.5 lakh, it is very close to A. So A is the correct answer. Okay. Done. Done. Everyone. A is the correct answer. Only Anu is correct here. A is the correct answer. Done. Any doubt in this question? No doubt. So these are the all important MCQs which I need to tell you. It is very important for your examination. Now in this is very important, the margin gap, which is not so usual question. Okay. No, non-performing assets, this one is easy, right? Now we have a term loan. Now in this SMA 102, this is also very easy. Okay. Now here we have to calculate this. Now very important question is like these type of question, this can be very theoretical also. Once again, yes, it is enough. Okay, all the types of numericals I have covered, right? So it is enough. Okay. Akash, see, credit link capital subsidy scheme, always remember it is given for the technology upgradation. Second, the maximum loan amount which can be sanctioned under the credit link capital subsidy scheme is 1 crore. Second, in this subsidy is also given. Now, subsidy is always 15% of the purchasing price of the plant and machinery, not on the loan amount. So here the loan amount is 90 lakh, the purchasing price is 70 lakh. So 15% of the 70 lakh is the subsidy, which is approximately 10.5. Okay, done? Good. Now let's just start doing the questions, all the modules question. Okay, so let's start doing all the questions. First of all, under the second method of lending, now this is the very first question for all the theory based questions. Okay, now under the second method of lending recommended by Tendon Committee, which of the following is correct? The borrower must contribute a minimum of 75% of the total current asset from long term funds. The current ratio under this method should be 1.33 is to 1. Total liability, including bank finance, should not exceed 25% of the current asset or none of the above. Second method of lending. Okay, maximal permissible bank finance. We have three methods, first, second, and third. So it is recommended by Tandon Committee. You know that. Now, second method of lending. Which of the following statement is correct here? Everyone answer this question. Which of the following statement is correct here? Everyone. Please answer this question. Chalo, let's start doing and answer this question. See, Anu, that depends. See, in the last examination cycle, there was a lot of numerical based question. In the last to last means November 2024 examination cycle, there was a very few numerical based questions, right? So for this cycle, I am expecting that the numerical questions will be less. Okay, because already we have IEIFS, the tough paper. So from IEIFS and PPB, one paper is tough. Okay, so in this cycle, IEIFS is already tough. So in this cycle, PPB paper will be easy for all of you. That is my, I think. I hope so your PPB paper will be easy. And if the paper is easy, numerical question will be less. Okay. Now, Sneha is saying B is the correct answer. And everyone else? Okay. So the borrower must contribute a minimum of 75% of the total current asset. No, minimum of 25% of the total current asset is the borrower's contribution, and the bank finance shouldn't be exceeding 75% of the current asset. So first is wrong, C is wrong. Yes, B is correct because the current ratio under this method should be 1.33 is to 1. So only B is the correct answer. Rest all are wrong. Clear? Done? Yes. No, none of the above. No. B is the correct one. First and C is incorrect. Okay. Now next question. In a working capital assessment under the cash budget method, the cash budget statement is generally prepared for which following time period? For more precise assessment. Okay, now you have to read the complete question for more precise assessment. It is 12-month period only, weekly basis only, quarterly basis only, or half yearly basis. Everyone start answering this question. Start answering this question. Cash budget. Everyone. For more precise assessment, bank preferred the cash budget statement for On which basis? It is 12-month period, weekly, quarterly, or half-year basis. Everyone. So now Sneha is saying 12-month. Kiran is also saying 12-month. And everyone else, please answer this question. Everyone else, please answer this question. Okay. See, a cash budget statement, this is calculated for 12 month also, means 1 year, for 6 month, half yearly basis also, and for 3 months also. Okay, that is quarterly basis. But if we talk about the precise, for more accurate assessment, okay, the cash budget statement is calculated on a quarterly basis, 3 monthly basis. Okay, because it actually captured the what short-term liquidity fluctuation. It can capture the seasonal variations. Okay, it is calculated for 12 monthly basis, it is calculated for 6 monthly, it is calculated for 3 monthly also. But if we talk about the precise assessment, for more accurate assessment, bank always prefer the quarterly basis, means for every 3 months. So C is the correct answer. Every one of you are wrong. So C is the correct answer. Done, everyone? Any doubt in this question? Any doubt? Okay. Okay. Done. Next. A bank is assessing a borrower's life insurance policies offered at security. Okay. Which of the following cannot be accepted as a valid security considering their legal and beneficiary restriction? Okay. First, a children deferred policy where benefit accrue after the child attains maturity. A whole life policy assigned in favor of the bank. A policy taken especially to meet estate duty obligations. A policy with nomination under 6 of the Married Women Property Act MVP. You have to select the correct combination, everyone. Just select the correct combination, everyone. So the correct answer for this question is what, everyone? Start answering this question. Everyone, you guys, start answering this question. Which of the following policies is not accepted? Not accepted, everyone. Okay. So now Sneha is saying C. First and second, these are not accepted. And everyone else? Please answer this question. Everyone else, start answering this question. Sorry, 1, 3, and 4. Final answer. Don't tell me the correct answer. Krishna, Kiran, Arun, everyone. Please start answering this question. I want an answer from each and every one of you. So you are all saying A. First of all, see, the children deferred policy, it is not acceptable as a life insurance security. No, a whole life policy assigned in favor of bank, that is allowed. A policy taken especially to meet the state duty obligation, not allowed. A policy with nomination under section 6 of the Married Women Property Act, that is also not allowed. So if we talk about the not allowed one, 1, 3, and 4, these are not allowed one. Second is allowed one. Okay, yes, so A is the correct answer. Every one of you is correct here. Very good. Every one of you is correct here, mostly. Okay, done, you guys? Everyone done? Can we move to the next question? Okay, next question. Bank may extend finance to employees for purchasing shares of their own companies under ESOPs or employees quota in an IPO up to 90% of the purchase price of the share or 10 lakh, whichever is lower. 75% of the purchase price of shares or 15 lakh, whichever is lower. 90% of the purchase price of the share or 20 lakh, whichever is lower, or full value of the shares without any limit. Bank may extend finance to employees for purchasing shares of its own companies under ESOPs. So you have to tell me what is the limit here. Everyone, Start answering this question. I have framed some very good questions for all of you in today's class. Everyone, very good questions. Okay. For in fact, both the marathon for today also and for tomorrow also. For both marathon, I have framed some very good questions, very precise to the point for examination point of view questions, right? You have to answer, everyone. So Krishna is saying C is the correct answer. Sneha is saying B is the correct answer. And everyone else? Okay. So if we talk about the correct answer for this, the bank which can extend the finance to the employees for the purchasing of their own company shares under the ESOP, it is either 90% of the purchase price of the share or 20 lakh, whichever is lower. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, C is the correct answer. Only Krishna is correct here. Very good, Krishna. Very good. Okay. So C is the correct answer. Done. Can we move forward to the next question? So these are all the question which is one word also, which is very important for all of you, which you need to remember also. Okay. Everyone kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. You have to like the video. You have to share the video. Everyone. Done. Good. Next question. As per Section 58D of Transfer of Property Act 1882, which of the following statement correctly defined a usurpatory mortgage? I have explained it to you. Okay. The mortgagor delivers or bind himself to deliver the possession of the property to the mortgagee. The mortgagee is entitled to retain the possession and enjoy rent and profit until the repayment of the loan. The mortgagee can sell the property without court intervention if the borrower default. The rents and the profit received by the mortgagee may be appropriated in lieu of interest or towards the mortgage money. Which of the following is correct statement regarding the usurpatory mortgage? Everyone. Correct statement. Everyone. We have to just take the correct answer here. Usurpatory mortgage. Everyone. So the correct answer is what? Anu, Sneha, Krishna, Akash. Everyone start answering this question. Okay. Aruna, everyone, whoever are watching this session. Okay, usurpatory mortgage. For example, I have given you the example in the class also. I have an apple garden. Okay, I have secured a loan for that apple garden, right? So I have to deliver the possession of this apple garden to the bank. Bank has all the right to collect the rent and profit from the selling of that apple unless my principal and interest account interest is recovered. And once my complete loan is covered, the bank has to return the possession of that particular immovable property to me. That is called as usurpatory mortgage. So in this complete example, did I say or do I say anything that you have to sell it? No, I have delivered the possession. You have the right to receive the rent profit of that immovable property until my principal and interest account is recovered. So if you are saying that mortgagee can sell the property without the intervention of the court, no, this is not allowed in usurpatory mortgage. You have to deliver the possession. Yes, you are entitled as a mortgagee. You have entitled to retain the possession and enjoy rent and profit. Yes, the rent and profit received may be appropriated towards the interest or the mortgage money. Yes. C, incorrect. The right to sell is not allowed in this usurpatory mortgage. So if we talk about the correct answer, first, second, and fourth, so A is the correct answer. Clear? Done? Any doubt, everyone? Any doubt, you guys? No doubt? Clear? Very good. Now, next question. See, as per Reserve Bank of India guidelines, for a non-performing asset with a balance of rupees 5 crore and above, Bank must get the stock audited at least once in every 6 months, every year, every 2 year, or every 3 year. Krishna, usurpatory mortgage is the mortgage where I have to deliver my immovable property possession to the bank. The bank has the right to enjoy the rent and profits coming from that immovable property until the loan and interest amount is recovered. And once the loan and interest amount is recovered, the bank has to return the possession of that particular immovable property again to the mortgager. Okay, so in the usurpatory mortgage, you don't have any right to sell the property. Okay, okay, now if you have a balance of a non-performing asset, for a non-performing asset, as a bank you have a balance of over and above 5 crore. Now bank need to audit or get the stock audit at least in every sorry, Anu is saying every 6 months, every 2 year, and everyone else please answer this question. So if we talk about the correct answer, if a bank has a NPA balance of 5 crore and above, then bank must get the stock audited every year. B is the correct answer. None of you is correct here. B is the correct answer. Okay, done. Done, you guys. Any doubt? See, if you have any doubt, you are allowed to ask your doubt. If you don't have any doubt, just give me a thumbs up. Done. Very good. Good. Next question. As per Reserve Bank of India guidelines, okay, but it is a high risk, ma'am. Yes, it is a high risk. But 5 crores and above balance, it need to be audited every year. That is mandatory. Okay, not before that. Okay, now here, as per Reserve Bank of India guideline, lenders are required to report credit information, including classification of an account as a special mention account, to the CRILIC for borrowers having aggregate exposure of over and above what? Aggregate exposure of over and above what? Everyone, please answer this question. CRILIC. So, Krelek, I have explained. You have to tell me over and above what. Everyone start answering this question again. Kiran is saying, again, please read out. Kiran, understand the question. Please read out and then answer. Okay, don't answer in hurry. Just read out the question and then answer. Okay, everyone. As per Reserve Bank of India guidelines, lenders are required to report credit information including the classification of SMA special mention account to the CRILIC for borrowers having aggregate exposure of what? 1 crore and above, 2 crore and above, 5 crore and above, or 10 crore and above. So the correct answer is 5 crore and above. So if you have a aggregate exposure of 5 crore and above, you are considered as a large borrower and the information need to be sent to CRELIC. And if you have an aggregate exposure of 50 crores and above, remember, then it is considered as a red flagged account under the CRELIC, right? Then it is considered as a red flagged account under the CRELIC. Okay, done. Okay, so this need everyone. These are very important questions. See, limits I have taken intentionally in this class. Why? Because I know that you will all confuse yourself in these limits question. Okay, next question. Now again a limit question, please. As per Reserve Bank of India, March 2025 guidelines, loan up to what amount to startups qualifies as micro, small, and medium enterprises are eligible for the classification under the priority sector lending. 25 crore, 40 crore, 50 crore, or 75 crore. Very important. It is priority sector lending. Again, very important question. Please answer this question. Everyone, quickly answer this question. So this is very important question. Priority sector lending, March 2025 update. Loan up to what amount to startup qualifies as micro, small and medium enterprises eligible for the classification under the priority sector lending. So if we talk about the correct answer, Anu is saying A, Kiran is saying A, and everyone else. So if we talk about the correct answer, it is March 2025 update. It is 50 crore. Only Vamsi is correct here. Vamsi Krishna is correct here. Very important. Priority sector lending. All the updates, March 2025 updates, very, very important. There was at least three questions in the IEFS examination from the priority sector lending. And because it is a common chapter in IEFS and PPB, in PPB you will find more questions on the priority sector lending. Okay, need to revise that priority sector lending updated target, everyone. Okay, done. Next question. Under the PSL norms, what is the maximum loan limit for renewable energy projects to qualify for PSL classification? Again, you have to answer it for the March 2025 updates. Okay, now tell me the correct answer. Under the priority sector lending norm, what is the maximum loan limit for renewable energy projects to classify or qualify for the PSL classification? Everyone, start answering. So the correct answer is what? Krishna is saying B, 35 crore per borrower and 10 lakh for individual household. And everyone else? Krishna is saying B. And everyone else? Please answer this question. See, I want the answer from each and every one of you. Please. Don't miss out. I want the answer from each and every one of you. Please don't miss out. Answer this question. Everyone. Yes. Correct answer is B. Yes. 35 crores per borrower and 10 lakh for individual household. Okay. Now next question. Please answer this question. Okay. And give me 2 minutes. Let the Asan complete and then we will continue. Okay. Give me 2 minutes, everyone. Let the Asan complete. Meanwhile, answer this question, everyone. Okay. So National Asset Reconstruction Company NARCL have been established with the objective of resolving a stress asset having an exposure of 100 crore and above, 250 crores and above, 500 crores and above, and 1000 crores and above. So the correct answer is C. Very good, Krishna. Krishna, you are going very good. Yes. So 500 crores and above is the correct answer. Very good. Now, next question. Now, this is the question with reference to Tarapur and Company, Madras versus VO Tractor Export and Moscow. This was the case. Consider the following statement. The Supreme Court held that obligations of a bank to pay under a letter of credit is secondary and depends upon the performance of the underlying contract between the buyer and the seller. The court emphasized that a letter of credit is independent upon the underlying assets of the sale and enjoy autonomy in international trade. The court allowed injection against payment under LC because the Indian firm alleged that the machinery supplied was defective. Fourth, the court observed that the interference with the operation of an irrevocable letter of credit should be done only exceptional circumstances to avoid adverse effect on the international trade. We need to choose the correct answer here, everyone. Now start answering this question. This is the case. Now let me explain first of all the case to all of you. Okay, what was the case for this? Okay, so the case summary, I'm just giving you the case summary. Okay, so Tarapur and company case summary was, so there was a party, one party who is the Indian buyer, which is Tarapur. Then there was a Russian seller, which is VO Tractor Export. And then there is a Bank of India who issued the letter of credit. Okay, now the fact, the Indian buyer imported the machinery from this Russian seller. Okay, and opened an irrevocable letter of credit. So in this case, irrevocable letter of credit was issued. Irrevocable letter of credit. Okay, first of all. Second thing, the Russian firm supplied the machinery, okay, and received the part payment. Now, Indian firm later complained that the machine was defected and instructed the bank to stop the payment under the letter of credit. Now, issue was, in this case, can a buyer stop the bank from making the payment if it is a irrevocable letter of credit? I always told you irrevocable letter of credit is something else. Okay. Now here, Supreme Court decision in this case. Supreme Court says that the court actually rejected the buyer's application, and it is held that the bank obligation to pay the letter of credit is just independent of the underlying contract between the buyer and seller, because it is an irrevocable letter of credit. So here the bank needs to make the payment irrespective of what was the underlying contract between the buyer and seller. This was the complete case. Okay, so Tarapur committee, Tarapur, this Indian buyer or importer received the defected machinery, and in this case, he just called the Bank of India, to just stop the payment of the irrevocable letter of credit, which the Supreme Court rejected, because the Supreme Court says that irrevocable letter of credit are irrevocable and unconditional, and it is independent of any underlying contract between the buyer and seller. This was the complete case of Tarapur and company. Clear? Now, Supreme Court held the obligation that the banks pay under a letter of credit is secondary. No, the bank's liability to pay under the letter of credit is primary. It is not a secondary. The bank has to make the payment. It is primary payment. Okay. The court emphasized that the letter of credit is independent. Yes. The court allowed injection against the payment. No, the court actually disallowed the injection against the payment. Okay, the court refused to grant the injection. Okay, and fourth, the court observed that interference with the operation of an irrevocable credit should be done only in exceptional circumstances. That is true. So if we talk about the correct answer, second and fourth statement is correct, and first and third are wrong. So D is the correct answer, everyone. D is the correct answer. Okay, done. Any doubt? If you have any doubt in this, please ask. This is Tarapur and Company. Then there was the Moscow Russian seller, which is VO Tractor Export and Bank of India. Done. Any doubt in this question? If you have, please ask. No doubt, everyone kindly give me a thumbs up. Everyone, you guys. Anu, Kiran, Arun, Akash, Sneha. Done? Can we move to the next question? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Tomorrow, Krishna, I will share the committees, important committees tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, initial 10 to 15 minutes I have given to the all the important committees, and then we will discuss the question. Okay. Done. Okay. Next question. When a bank processes a check for clearing on behalf of a client, which of the following relationship is established Considering the role and responsibilities allowed, the bank become the holder for the value of the check, granting ownership of the fund. The bank acts as an agent, facilitating the collection of the fund from the paying bank. The relationship formed is that of clearing member and principal, where the bank assumes all the risk. The bank and the check holder enter into a partnership. None of the above is the correct statement. Everyone, simple question. It's very simple question. Now tell me the correct answer here. It's a very simple question. Anu, yes, I will be sharing this particular PDF after the live class. Don't worry, okay? Please answer this question, guys. So, if the bank processes the check for clearing on the behalf of the client, which of the following relationship is established? Considering the rules and responsibility, bank processes the check on the behalf of the client. So, client is the principal and bank is an agent. Very simple. So, bank as an agent for the collection or for the check holder. So, obviously, B is the correct answer. Good. Good. Okay, next question. Amar Tools Private Limited approach its bank to issue a guarantee in favor of a machinery supplier. Okay, as per the agreement, the company will pay for the machinery in three equal installment over 9 months. The supplier wanted assurance from the bank in case Amar Tool fails to make the payment. The bank will pay the remaining dues. What type of guarantee is the bank being asked to issue in this case? Financial guarantee, performance guarantee, deferred payment guarantee, or composite guarantee? Very simple. Very simple question. Please just answer this question and please like and share the video to the maximum you can, guys. Everyone, like and share the video to the maximum you can. So the correct answer is what? Everyone start answering this question. Yes, very simple. It is a deferred payment guarantee. Nothing complicated in this question. It is a deferred payment guarantee. Obviously, C is the correct answer. Good. Next question. A sleeping partner of a firm issues a stop payment instruction. Now, in this case, we cannot comply with his request as he is not wanting to issue stop payment of the check. We must comply his order. We can act upon his instruction provided one of the operating partners join him. We should not allow any further operation till the matter is sorted. We have to check the correct answer, everyone. Everyone start answering this question. Sleeping partner. This is actually a PYP previous year paper question. Everyone. This is actually a PYP previous year paper question. Everyone. Start answering this question. I have told you whether he is a sleeping partner or an active partner. If he has given the stop payment instruction, you have to follow the instruction. B is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. What is the best definition of ethical dilemma? A situation where you must choose between two options, both which have ethical implications. A scenario where laws are broken but no moral conflict exists, a choice made that solely benefit oneself without considering other, an easy decision that require no moral consideration. Everyone, best definition of ethical dilemma. Very simple, very easy. What is the best definition of ethical dilemma? Best definition of ethical dilemma. Ben-Hur, Kiran, Arun, Krishna. So the correct answer is what? Best definition of ethical dilemma, a situation where you must choose between two options, both which have ethical implication. We have two rights in front of us and we have to choose which is more right over the other. That is the ethical dilemma. So obviously A is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. You are a compliance officer at ABC Bank. For the March month, you are reviewing the transaction ensured to Financial Intelligence Unit India reporting. Review the case. A customer made three separate cash withdrawals, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, and 3.5 lakh, all within March. One of the branch reported a cross-border transfer of 5.2 lakh. A registered charitable trust NPO received the following donation: 6 lakh from a domestic individual donor, 3 lakh from a corporate donor, and 1.8 lakh from a foreign donor. Two counterfeit notes were detected in a bulk cash deposit by a cooperative society. Which of the following need to be reported to Financial Intelligence Unit, India? Everyone. Now, please tell me the correct answer. Which need to be reported to Financial Intelligence Unit, India? Everyone. Please answer. Anu is saying B. Okay. So, Anu is saying that the cash withdrawal, then cross-border wire transfer report, and then there is a counterfeit currency note. Okay. And everyone else, please answer this question. Okay, Kiran, Anu, B. Okay, so if we talk about this question in detail, first of all, what information need to send to Financial Intelligence Unit India on every 15th of month? Okay, so if there is any CTR, cash transaction report, 10 lakh or more, okay, or series of transaction which aggregate 10 lakh or more in a month, integrated. Cross-border wire transfer report, 5 lakh or more. NTR, non-profit organization receipt of more than rupees 10 lakh from any one donor, and counterfeit currency note. All. Okay. Now here you can see here. In this, the very first thing is the customer has withdrawn 3 lakh plus 4 lakh. It is 10.5 lakh. Yes, they need to be reported. Okay. One of the branch received cross-border wire transfer of more than 5 lakh. Yes, it need to be reported. Okay. Not withdraw as not exceed 5 crore. No. One of the branch reported a cross-border transfer of rupees 5.2 lakh. Okay, so cross-border wire transfer of rupees 5 lakh or equivalent. Yes, either the origin or destined the fund in India. It need to be reported. Then the NPO received the donation 6 plus 3 plus 9. Okay, so 10.8, but all from different donor, domestic, corporate, and foreign donor. None of the donor exceed the 10 lakh limit. So this don't need to be reported. Two counterfeit currency note, this need to be reported. So case one need to be reported. Then second need to be reported. Fourth need to be reported. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes. Gross, oh sorry, cash, then cross-border wire transfer, and then counterfeit currency note. Okay, done? Yes, B is the correct answer. No, B is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Done, you guys. Sneha. Done? Good. Next question. Now, Ravi wanted to secure a loan of rupees $50,000 to expand his small business. He has two options for collateral: his house, which is fully paid off, and his inventory worth rupees $50,000. Now, if Ravi choose to hypothecate his inventory instead of mortgaging his house, which of the following statement is true regarding the implication of this choice? He retained the ownership of the inventory but risk if he default on the loan. He loses the ownership of the house immediately upon obtaining the loan. He can only hypothecate the inventory if he has other collateral. The bank will take the possession of his house until the loan is paid off. Very simple. Just tell me the correct answer, everyone. Just tell me the correct answer. Everyone, kindly please like and share the video. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video, guys. Everyone. The correct answer is what? The correct answer is what, everyone? Very simple, very easy question. Nothing complicated. Please just look out this question. If Ravi choose to hypothecate his inventory, hypothecation means it is related to the movable asset first of all. Okay, mortgaging means it is related to the immovable property. Okay. Now, in mortgaging, there can be the transfer of possession, there cannot be the transfer of possession. Okay. In hypothecation, you don't need to transfer the possession. Okay. You retain the ownership of the inventory but risk losing if it defaults on the loan. So, yes, A is the correct answer. Very simple, very easy. Not B. Why he lose the ownership of the house? Even if he mortgage his house, he will not lose the ownership, right? So A is the correct answer. Done. Done, everyone. Next question. In the bank, employees' working hours should commence 15 minutes before the business hour. It was recommended by which committee? Talwar Committee, YV Reddy Committee. Then we have Jilani Committee, Bria Committee, or none of the above. Yes, talking about the hypothecation. Yes, in hypothecation, you don't need to transfer the possession of the car or of that movable asset. In hypothecation, you retain the ownership also, you retain the possession also. Okay, both the ownership and the possession you are retaining, but you will lose it if you default on loan. Okay. Yes, so the correct answer is Gopuria committee sees the correct answer. Next question. Choose out the correct statement. Very simple. The bank is a bailee, customer is a bailer, bank is a bailer, customer is a bailee. We have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here, guys. Everyone, please answer this question. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone start answering this question. Very simple, very easy. Very simple, very easy. So we have to choose the correct answer, guys. Okay. So in the Baylor Bailey concept, Baylor and Bailey, customer is always a Baylor and bank is always a Bailey. So only statement one is correct, second is wrong. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, B is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. During a routine audit at a bank, the auditor uncovered several situations that could lead to the conflict of interest. Okay, if a bank manager frequently dines with a particular client who has significant loans, which of the following additional scenario could also indicate potential conflict of interest with the bank? The manager grants the client favorable loans terms without the proper documentation. An employee secretly borrows money from a client and fail to report it. Two employee collude to manipulate sales figure for personal bonus. All of the above could indicate a conflict of interest. Everyone, we have to choose the conflict of interest. Everyone. Conflict of interest. What is the conflict of interest? Conflict of interest is actually a situation where you derive your personal benefit from your official capacity. If you are in some position of the power and your position actually giving you are just deriving some personal benefit from your official capacity or power, then that is considered as the conflict of interest. So which of the following could indicate a conflict of interest in this case? A manager grant the client favorable loan terms without proper documentation, conflict of interest. An employee secretly borrows money from a client, fails to report it, conflict of interest. Two employees collude to manipulate sales figure for personal bonus. Yes, it is all conflict of interest. So D is the correct answer. All are considered as conflict of interest where the person is deriving personal benefits from their official capacity. So D is the correct answer. Good. Done. Yes. Next question. We have to choose the correct answer. Okay. Now, a check dishonored after the bank set off customer balance against overdue loan. Payment refused because balance was under attachment from income tax department. Bank refused to honor the check although no stop payment, no death, no earmarking and clear balance available. Bank dishonored the check because the funds were uncleared credit, not realized yet. In which of the following is the correct one? In which the bank is liable, in which the bank is not liable? Everyone, please answer this question. The bank is liable, bank is not liable. Everyone, start answering this question. Everyone, start answering this question. Everyone, start answering this question. So the correct answer is what? Correct answer is what? Everyone. Kiran is saying A is the correct answer. Okay. So first of all, let's see. Check dishonored after the bank set off customer balance against the overdue loan. Bank not liable for any dishonor. Right. Payment refused because the balance was under attachment from income tax department because of the statutory priority. Okay, bank is not liable. Good. Bank refused to honor the check, although no stop payment, no death, no earmarking, clear balance available. Bank is liable for the dishonor. Okay, because the bank just wrongfully dishonored the check. Now, bank dishonored the check because the funds was unclear credits. Bank is not liable because the fund is not properly applicable. Obviously, A1, B2, C3, and D4. So the correct answer is B. Yes, B is the correct answer. Maximum of you are correct. B is the correct answer. Very good, you guys. Done? Done? Can we move to the next question, everyone? Yes or no? Can we move to the next question? Okay, next question. ABC Bank sanctioned an 8 lakh term loan to XYZ Trader, a small enterprise eligible under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Medium Enterprises. Micro and Small Enterprises. After 16 months of regular payment, the borrower default. The clause account classified as NPA on 15th March 2024 and a loan recall notice was issued in April. Okay. ABC initiative recovery proceeding in May but invoked the guarantee with CGT MSC only in September 2027. The claim was found complete and in order. Now, as per CGT MSc guideline, how will the trust likely to respond this claim? The trust will reject the claim as it was invoked beyond the permissible limit. The trust will pay 100% of the guaranteed amount immediately. The trust will pay 75% now and 25% after recovery is completed. The trust will consider the claim valid if recovery proceeding have not yet concluded. Now tell me the correct answer. Very good question. Now just read it out the question carefully and then answer. Ev- Everyone, read it out, question and then answer. So the correct answer is Anu, Krishna, Arun, Sneha, Junaid. Everyone, please answer this question. Benha. Everyone, start answering this question, you guys. Give me 1 minute and just please answer this question. Give me 1 minute, everyone. Read out the question and then answer. Give me 1 minute. Okay, tell me the correct answer. Now, Sneha is saying A, Kiran is saying D, Junaid is saying C, and everyone else, please answer this question. Okay, First of all, if we talk about this particular question, very good question. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the lock-in period and the period of limitation in the CGT MSc. So, the lock-in period, the guarantee should be invoked within 3 years from the non-performing asset date. Okay, so it is within 3 years you have to invoke the guarantee. If you are invoking the guarantee after 3 years, it means that you have just crossed the period of limitation, and in this you are not allowed to have anything from the CGT MSc, right? Now the bank, they have declared the 8 lakh rupees as a non-performing asset on 15th March 2024. So 15th March 2024. Now from March 2024 we have 3 year. The period is lock-in period is March 2027. Okay, we have to invoke the guarantee within 3 years. Okay, within 3 years we have to invoke the guarantee. Okay, but here in this case the CGT MSc has invoked the guarantee in September 2027. Till March 2027 you have to invoke the guarantee, but you are invoking the guarantee in September 2027. Now in this case the trust will reject the claim as it is invoked beyond the permissible period of 3 years. So the correct answer is A. Only Sneha is correct here. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Done? Yes or no, everyone? If you have any doubt, please ask. If you don't have any doubt, give me a thumbs up. Done. Simple question, easy question, but it is very important for all of you. Okay. Only it is regarding the period of limitation. Only it is regarding the period of limitation. Okay. So we have to calculate the 3 year time period, the claims under the CGT MSc, all the important points I have written here. Please go out three points. These are very, very important for your understanding. Okay. Now, next question. Which of the following is correctly matched? Endorsement in blank, transferred right to a specific purpose with attestation of previous endorsement. Endorsement in full, mere signature without naming any endorsee, make the instrument period. Restrictive endorsement, endorsement that limits further negotiation, paid to X only. Facultative endorsement, condition is attached, payment only if a certain event happen. We have to choose the correct option here. Correct option, very simple. Now we have to choose the correct option here, everyone. Correct option. Correct answer, everyone. Just please choose the correct answer. Okay. Sneha is saying C, Anu is saying B, Junaid is saying C. Endorsement in blank, transfer the right to a specific purpose with attestation of the previous endorsement. Endorsement in black, no. Okay, it is actually considered as endorsement in full. This is the definition of endorsement in full. Now, mere signature without naming any endorsee, this is called as endorsement in blank. Restrictive endorsement, yes, it further limits the negotiation, true. Facultative endorsement, it is also true. Only third and fourth, means C and D are correct. C is the correct answer. Yes. Very good, you guys. C is the correct answer. Done. Any doubt? Any doubt? Any doubt, guys? No doubt? Okay. Next question. See this next question, everyone. Okay. Neo FinTech, a digital platform, help the customer get small loans instantly through a mobile app. It uses AI algorithms to evaluate the credit worthiness and connect borrower to the various lending institution. Neo fintech does not use its own fund to lend and does not carry any loan on its balance sheet. Instead, once a loan is approved, it is passed on to a partner, NBFC or bank, which disperses the amount and bear the credit risk. Meanwhile, there is a safe bank. Okay. Now, safe bank, it is a traditional lender, offers personal loan via its mobile app using its own capital and maintain those loan in its own balance sheet. Based on the following, which of the following classification is more accurate? Facultative endorsement. In simple endorsement, what is the scenario? See, if I have endorsed anything on you, it means that if the default happens, I am responsible for making you the payment. But facultative endorsement means that if I have endorsed anything on you, it means that I excluded myself from any liability. It means that if default happens, now I am not responsible for making any payment. That is called as facultative endorsement. Okay. Done. Now tell me the correct answer. Very simple question. Very simple question. We have to choose the correct answer here. Everyone, please answer this question. Everyone. Okay. Now let's talk about the correct answer. Now you are all saying C is the correct answer. So yes, obviously, new fintechs, new fintech, they are just acting as a aggregate or the marketplace lender, perfectly correct. Whereas Safe Bank, this is the balance sheet lender. Yes, C is the correct answer. Very good, you guys. Done. Done, everyone. Good. Next question. Now, this is regarding the digital lending ecosystem. I have given you the full screenshot so that if you want to revise, you can just easily revise the complete terms. Okay. Okay. Done. Next question. In the context of cybersecurity, which of the following scenarios best exemplifies the role of threat actor in a cyberspace? A hacker breaking into a corporate network to steal sensitive data for personal gain, an IT administrator implementing security measure to protect against potential breach. Third, a company conducting a routine software update to patch known vulnerability, a user clicking on phishing link without realizing the potential risk involved. Cyber actor in a cyberspace. Everyone, very easy question. Very easy question. Everyone, everyone, please answer this question, guys. So the correct answer is what? Which of the following best exemplifies the role of threat actor in a cyberspace? A role of threat actor in a cyberspace. Everyone. Kiran is saying A, and everyone else, please answer this question. Everyone else, start answering this question. Okay, so yes, see, threat actor means anyone who which can harm to your assets, which can provide harm. It can be any your corporate employee, your competitor, your present or former employee. Okay, so there is a hacker breaking into a corporate network to steal a sensitive data for personal gain. That is obviously a threat actor. Okay, so threat actor is A. Okay, rest of the all are not the threat actor. Clear? Next question. Which of the following statement is true about the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? The scheme provides for a life insurance cover of rupees 30,000 of the account holder with a rupee debit card. The scheme provides for an accidental insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh to account opened after 28/8 2018 available with the rupee card. We have to choose the correct answer. Ma'am, your screen is freezing. Let me check. Okay, just a second, huh? Give me 1 minute. Just a second, you guys. Hmm. I don't know. I think it is freezing. So I just switch off the camera. Now everything is clear. I just switched off the camera. Okay, the camera. There was some issue in the camera. So now everything is clear. Yes or no? Tell me. Now everything is clear. Okay, so I just switched off the camera. Okay. Okay, so if we talk about the correct answer for this question, okay, so there is the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account. So it covered the life insurance cover of rupees 30,000 of the account holder with rupee debit card. So yes, that is correct. Now this scheme provides an accidental insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh to the account opened after 28/8. No, 1 lakh for normal means the account which is opened before this date, and if the account is opened after this a date, this is actually 2 lakhs. So if we talk about the correct answer, only one is the correct statement, means A is the correct answer. Done? Clear? Okay, next question. See, choose the correct statement. TREDS is an electronic platform for facilitating the financing discounting of trade receivable of micro and small enterprises through multiple financer. These receivable may be due from corporates and other buyer, including government departments and public sector undertaking. Sellers, buyers, and financiers are the participants on the trade platform, and only micro and small enterprises can participate as a seller. Everyone, please answer this question. So, the correct answer is what? Everyone, start answering this question. Trades. So, the correct answer is what? Everyone, start answering this question. All of the above statements are correct. Read out the question carefully and then you need to answer. We have to choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. Sorry, we have to choose the incorrect statement. Guys, just choose the incorrect statement here. A little correction in this. You have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, incorrect. Just a second. Okay, now everything is clear, guys. Okay, now tell me the correct answer, everyone. So, REDS is an electronic platform. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Incorrect, incorrect. C, C, D. REDS is an electronic platform for facilitating financing discounting. Everything is correct here, but here only micro and small enterprises is written. Actually, TREDS is a platform which is covering all micro, small, and medium enterprises. Okay, that's why first is wrong. Sellers, buyer, financiers, these are the participant. Only micro and small enterprises can participate in seller. Micro, small, and medium enterprises, they can all participate as a seller. Okay, MSME. We have to choose the incorrect statement. First and third means A is the correct answer. We have to choose the incorrect statement. A is the incorrect statement. First and third. Okay, done, you guys? Yes or no? Done. Next question. See. Now, Michelle issue a check to his contractor Lisa for renovation work on his home. Okay, let's just a second. Give me 1 minute. Okay, now it's easy to read everyone. Okay, now the question is Michelle issue a check to his contractor Lisa for renovation work on his home. Lisa endorsed this check to her friend Tom, who present it at his bank for deposit. However, the check was post dated and the date on the check is 2 weeks in the future. Despite this, Tom Banks processed the check and payouts the amount immediately. Now, here, see this. Later, Michelle realized that he has intended to stop payment on that check due to dissatisfaction with the work done. When he informed the bank, they will tell him that they cannot reverse the payment because the Tom's bank claimed that they acted in good faith. Now, which of the following statement is true regarding the payment in due course? Very simple question. Tom's bank is fully protected because it processed the check regardless of the post dated. The Tom Banks is not protected because the check was post dated, meaning the payment was not paid in due course. Michelle Bank is liable to Tom Banks because it failed to communicate the stop payment effectively. Lisa can claim compensation from Tom for the amount since she was the original payee for the check was not honored correctly. Very simple question. You have to just choose the correct statement. Very simple question. Very easy question. Just need to answer this question. Everyone, you guys, please start answering this question. So the correct answer is what? Obviously, the check was post dated. In all this case study, there are something just to pick it out. In all the things, the check is the post dated check, and when the post dated check is paid out, okay, before the date, obviously that is the fault of the bank. So obviously Tom Banks is not protected because the check was not post dated and the payment was not made in due course. So yes, B is the correct answer. Very good, you guys. Next question. Your branch maintain a saving bank account of Mr. Mohit, an illiterate person who want to go abroad for some time. He want to authorize his wife to operate the account. Which of the following will be the most convenient and easy way to achieve this objective? Power of attorney duly registered with the registrar of assurance, adding the name of the wife to the account and making the operations either or survivor, authorizing the bank through a simple letter called mandate, making his wife the nominee, or any of the above. You have to choose the correct answer, everyone. Simple, easy question. We have to choose the correct answer here. Everyone, start answering this question, you guys. Everyone, please answer this question. So, the correct answer is what? It's simple, it's easy. Yes. So you can authorize the bank through a simple letter. It is called as mandate. Mandate is actually an unstamped agreement. Remember, so these type of thing, it can be done through the unstamped agreement. Why not the power of attorney? Because power of attorney is a authorized or stamped agreement. So obviously, C is the correct answer. Next question. ABC Bank was riding high on profits and believed all systems were functioning smoothly. However, an internal whistleblower alerted senior management about unethical dealings involve fake loan approval. Simultaneously, a major corporate borrower default triggering financial instability. In the day that followed, the CEO communicated the transparently with the stakeholder and an investigation was launched. The board was even considered replacing some senior leaders to restore the public trust. Which of the following statement best map the scenario to relevant crisis management state? The bank skipped the crisis prevention stage, faced a crisis situation, and is now in the post crisis stage. The whistleblower report was the part of the post crisis stage, followed by a crisis situation. ABC Bank effectively identified and prevented the crisis in the prevention stage. The CEO's communication indicate that the organizational is still the pre-crisis stage. We need to answer this question, everyone. Very simple, yes. Before even I have completed the question, all of you have answered this question. Yes, we have the three stages. Okay, so first stage is the pre-crisis stage. Okay, in this we should have a proper whistleblower policy. Then we have the crisis situation, means when the event trigger, and finally there is a post-crisis stage. Then we have to take the corrective measure to recover from the losses of that post-crisis stage. Okay, intellectual property rights allow the creator or innovator to use the IP for his own benefit and allows the government only to use, prohibit any third party use of such work, anyone else only for non prohibited use, dilutes the credibility and confidence in the business space. We need to answer this question. Easy question. Everyone, please answer this question. Simple, easy question. You can all answer this question. So the correct answer is what? Everyone. Okay. Very simple question now. This is intellectual property right. It prohibits any third party use of such work. So B is the correct answer. Next question. Emily entrusts her rare collection of book to her friend Jake for safekeeping while she travels. Okay. Now this is actually the bailment contract. If you just read out the first line, we just to notice that it is a bailment contract. Now, Jake, while storing that book, decide to lend them to his sister without telling Emily. Unfortunately, some books are damaged while in his sister's possession. Some of which of the following statement is true regarding Jake liability in this bailment situation? Jake is not liable for any damage because he was acting in good faith. Emily can only claim damage from the Jake if she proved that he intentionally allowed the book to be damaged. Jake is liable for the damage since he exceed the authority of the bailment by lending the books to someone else. Since the book were damaged while with his sister, Emily cannot hold Jake responsible under any circumstances. Very simple question. Very simple question. Read out the question, and everyone kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Whoever are watching this session, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay. At 8 p.m., we will take a break of 5 minutes and then we will continue the rest of the questions. Okay. So the correct answer for this question is what? Yes. Jake is liable for the damage because since he exceeded the authority of the bailment by lending the books to someone else, obviously C is the correct answer. Very good, you guys. Good. Next question. Which of the following statement regarding the global financial crisis of 2007 and 8 are incorrect? The crisis was purely a result of external economic shock and not related to a financial sector's internal practice. Mortgage prioritize responsible lending practice over loan volume. Credit rating agencies maintain strict impartiality in rating mortgage-backed security. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac followed conservative lending policies with prudent risk control throughout the period. Incorrect statement we have to choose. Everyone. Global financial crisis of 2007 and 8, we have to choose the incorrect statement here. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. We have to choose the incorrect statement here. Everyone start answering the question. So the correct answer for this question is what? Okay. So Benhar is saying D, Krishna is saying D, Kiran is also saying D. Yes. So if we talk about the correct answer, obviously the crisis was purely the result of economic shock, obviously not. Mortgage broker prioritize a responsible lending practice over loan volume. No, irresponsible lending was done. Credit rating agencies maintain strict impartiality in rating mortgage-backed security. No, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac followed conservative lending policies, not at all. So, if we talk about the correct answer, all the statements are incorrect. Good. Next, which of the following describe the money lending process? PYP, it was a PYP, everyone. Money lending process, placement, layering, integration, everyone. Very simple question. It's actually PYP. Previous year paper question. Everyone start answering this question. Guys, everyone start answering this question. Yes, it is placement, it is layering and integration. Good. Next. Correct, or we have to choose the correct statement regarding the credit policies to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Okay. Credit to MSME is a part of priority sector lending with a sub-target of 10% of ANBC or COBE, whichever is higher. Commercial bank are the important channels and they provide the term loan only. NABARD is the principal development financial institution for the promotion, financing and development of MSME sector. Everyone start answering this question. Simple and easy question. You have to just answer this question. Very simple, guys. Please answer this question. Everyone start answering this question. Okay, Junaid is saying D, Anu is saying C, Benhad is saying D, Kiran is saying D. Everyone else, please answer this question. Okay. So, credit to micro, small, and medium enterprises is a part of priority sector lending with a sub target of 10% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. No, it is actually 7.5% of ANBC or COB, whichever is higher. Commercial bank are important channels and they provide term loan only. No, they provide term loan as well as working capital loan. Both loans are provided. Okay. NABARD is the principal development financial institution. No, it is SIDBI, Small Industrial Development Bank of India, which is the principal development financial institution. None of the above is the correct answer. Good. Next question. Under the third method of lending suggested by the Tandon Committee, which of the following statement is correct? Long-term funds must cover the entire core current asset and at least 25% of the remaining current asset. Bank finance will be available for all the current asset after detecting current liabilities. The method provide working capital support mainly for temporary fluctuations in current assets level. Please tell me the correct answer, everyone. Please tell me the correct answer. Easy, very easy question. Third method of lending. So we have MPBF. First method of lending, I have framed the numerical question. Second method of lending, the one word question statement question I have already given to you. And this is the third method of lending. Now choose the correct answer here, everyone. Please answer this question. So the correct answer is what? So the correct answer is what? Please answer this question. This is actually what? This is actually under the third method of lending. Everyone, please answer this question. Under the third method of lending, please answer this question, guys. So the correct answer is what, everyone? Okay. No one is answering, right? First of all, under the third method of lending, 100% of the core current asset plus at least 25% of the remaining current asset, it should be the borrower's contribution. Okay. So, yes, first is the correct one. Bank finance will be available for all the current asset after deducting the current liability. No, it is not for all the current asset, it is for the remaining current asset because 25% is contributed by the borrower. Remaining, the bank has to provide the finance. So second is correct. Incorrect. Now third, this method provides working capital support mainly for the temporary fluctuations. Yes, that is perfectly correct. So if we talk about the correct answer, first and third are the correct answer. Clear, everyone? Done. Okay, done. So everyone, before proceeding to the next question, let's take a 5-minute break. Don't go anywhere. Let's take a 5-minute break and then we will continue the class. Okay? Done, you guys? Let's take a 5-minute break and then we will continue the class. Okay, everyone? Done? Okay. Okay, everyone. So, am I audible to everyone, you guys? Everything is clear? Am I audible to everyone? Okay, done. Now, let's start discussing the next question. Okay, so what is the next question? Sorry. Next question. Most bank now assess the working capital need of a borrower having fund-based limit in excess of rupees 10 crore using which of the following method? Turnover, operating cycle, cash budget, or projected balance sheet method? Everyone now start answering this question. One word, easy question. Most bank now access the working capital need of a borrower having fund based limit in excess of rupees 10 crore using which of the following method? Now tell me the correct answer, everyone. So the correct answer for this question is what, everyone? So Junaid is saying D, projected balance sheet method, and everyone else kindly answer this question. So the correct answer for this question is what? Junaid is saying D. Double X, Kiran, Benhar, and everyone start answering this question. If you have the large borrower, see, for large borrower means 10 crores and above, bank always use the cash budget system. Remember this. For the big borrowers, large borrower, and who are the large borrower? 10 crores and above. For them, 10 crores and above, cash budget systems are used. And for other smaller limits, turnover or operating cycle methods are the best method. So these are for the smaller limits. And this is actually 10 crores and above, cash budget system is the correct answer. Okay. Important question. Okay. Next question. Now consider the following statement regarding the vehicle loan sanctioned by the bank. For vehicle loan up to rupees 10 lakh, the maximum permissible loan to value ratio is 80% of the on-road price. For the loan over and above 10 lakh, the bank can finance up to 85% of the on-road price of the car. The maximum permissible tenure for the vehicle loan is 84 months. Individual above 65 years are not eligible for availing the vehicle loan. You have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, please answer this question. Simple and easy. Everyone kindly please like and share the video. Whoever are watching this session, kindly please like and share the video. We have to choose the correct answer here. Everyone, choose the correct answer here. So Dharani is saying D is the correct answer, third and fourth. Kiran is saying B is the correct answer. Okay, B and D, they are the same option. Sorry, everyone. B and D are the same option. So I am just changing one. Okay. So, okay, now tell me. Okay, now tell me. B and D actually was the same option. I didn't realize. Okay, tell me the correct answer. Okay, everyone. It's very easy. It's very simple. Regarding the vehicle loan, you have to answer the question. It is regarding the vehicle loan, you need to answer the question, everyone. Okay. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes. First of all, for loan up to 10 lakh, the maximum permissible loan to value ratio is not 80%, it is 85%. Wrong. For the loan over and above 10 lakh, bank can finance 85%, no, 80% of the on-road prices. This is also wrong. The maximum permissible tenure for the vehicle loan is 84 months. 65 years above, they are not eligible for availing the vehicle loan. Correct. So third and fourth are correct. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, third and fourth are the correct. D is the correct statement. Very good. Okay. Next question. Bank may grant the loan to individual for subscribing the initial public offerings. The maximum permissible limit for such loan and advances from banking system against the security of shares, convertible bonds or units of equity oriented mutual fund is, the maximum loan limit is what, everyone? The maximum loan limit is what? Everyone, please answer this question. The maximum loan limit is what? Bank may grant loans to the individual for subscribing to the initial public offering. Okay, the maximum permissible limit for such loan and advances from the banking system against the securities of the shares, convertible bonds, unit of the equity oriented mutual fund is what? Everyone, please answer. So, if we talk about the correct answer, the maximum loan limit is what? Okay. So Krishna is saying C. So the correct answer is actually 10 lakh. The maximum limit is B. So the correct answer is B, 10 lakh. Okay. It is the maximum loan limit, 10 lakh. Not C. Yes, Benher, correct. B is the correct one. Okay, next question. Consider the following statement regarding the right to set off available to the bank. Right to set off. A customer become insolvent and the bank hold his deposit, both his deposit and loan account. A company goes involuntary winding up. A customer assign his credit balance to the third party and the bank receive notice of such assignment. A customer issues a check and a garnishee order NISI is received by the bank thereafter. In which of the following situation automatically give rise to the bank right to set off? Automatic right to set off. Everyone. Automatic right to set off. In which of the following condition the automatic right to set off can take place? Everyone, please answer this question. Automatic right to set off. Everyone, start answering the question, guys. Kiran is saying A. And everyone else, please answer this question. Kiran is saying A is the correct answer, and everyone else start answering this question. So the correct answer is what? Automatic right to set off. Everyone. Krishna is saying B. Automatic right to set off. In the case of insolvency, yes, it is allowed. In the case the company goes voluntary winding up, yes, automatic right to set off is allowed. A customer assigns its credit balance to the third party. Okay, yes, in this case also the automatic right to set off is allowed. If you receive the notice of assignment of the credit balance, okay, then in this case, yes, right to set off is allowed. A customer issues a check and a garnishee order is received, yes, automatic right to set off is allowed for the banker. So if we talk about the correct answer in all the four situation, automatic right to set off is the correct answer. Yes, in all the above situation, yes, automatic right to set off is allowed to the banker. Clear, everyone? Kindly please like and share the video, everyone. Good. Next question. Which of the following statement classification of the loan account is considered as NPS per Reserve Bank of India guideline? A working capital account becomes NPA if irregular drawings continue for more than 60 days, even if the unit is functioning well. An account where credit limit are not renewed within 180 days from the due date will be treated as NPA. Loan should be classified as NPA merely due to the non-submission of the latest stock statement. If interest arrears are cleared but principal remain unpaid, the account can still be upgraded to the standard. So we have to choose the correct guidelines of non-performing asset. Correct guidelines of non-performing asset. Everyone start answering this question. So the correct answer is what? Which of the following is the correct guideline for the non-performing asset? Please answer this question, guys. Everyone. Benhar, Krishna, Dharani, everyone's Kiran, Junaid. So the correct answer for this is was a working capital account become a non-performing asset if the irregular drawing continues for more than 60 days. No, it is for more than 90 days, obviously. Now, an account where credit limit are not renewed within 180 days from the due date will be treated as NPA. Yes, B is the correct one. Loan should be classified as NPA merely due to the non-submission of the latest stock statement. This is the temporary deficiencies. And in the case of temporary deficiencies, no account can be listed as a non-performing asset. If the interest area are cleared but the principal remain unpaid, the account can still be upgraded to standard. No, no. If both principal and interest area must be cleared, then it is considered to be upgraded in the standard, not only with one. So obviously, if we talk about the correct answer, B is the correct answer. Good. Next question. Consider the following statement regarding the provisioning on the least uh, asset classified as doubtful asset. Important. Least asset. If the least asset is classified as the doubtful asset, we have to consider the following provisioning norms. Only 50% of the provision is required for the portion of finance not secured by the realizable value of the lease asset. For the secured portion, bank must provide a provision of 10% up to 1 year, 20% up to 3 years, and 50% beyond 3 years. Which of the following statement is correct here? Everyone, choose the correct statement here. We have to choose the correct statement here. Everyone, start answering this question. And everyone, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. So the correct answer for this is very easy question. We have to choose the correct answer here. Everyone, please, we have to choose the correct answer here. Okay? Okay. Now the answer is coming like B is the correct one. For secured portion, the max must provide the provision of 10% up to 1 year. If you all remember, up to 1 year it is 25%. Between 1 to 3 year, 40%. And more than 3 years, it is 100%. It is 25% here. 40%. And beyond 3 years is up to 100%. It is wrong. Now, second, only 50% provisioning for the ocean which is not secured by the realizable value of the leased asset. So unsecured portion, if it is talking about the unsecured portion, 100% of the provisioning is done for the unsecured portion, obviously. So if we talk about the correct answer, both the statements are incorrect. Both the statements are incorrect, guys. If we talk about the correct answer, both the statements are incorrect. Clear? Done? Everyone, can we move to the next question? Yes, next question. Under the priority sector lending loan, to which of the following are classified as the lending to the weaker section? Again, according to March 2025, everyone, again, I am saying, according to the March 2025 updated value, you have to answer this question. According to the March updated value, you have to answer this question. Everyone, start answering this question. Priority sector lending norm. Loan to which of the following are considered as the lending to the priority sector lending? Yes, it is up to 2 lakh. Women beneficiary up to 2 lakh per borrower. Previous one up to 1 lakh per borrower. It is current. Okay. Important. Okay, everyone. Good. Next question. Consider the following statement regarding the asset reconstruction companies ARC. An ARC must obtain a certificate of registration from RBI and a minimum net owned fund of rupees 50 crore on an ongoing basis. An asset reconstruction company can raise funds for acquiring the financial asset through the issue of security receipts under the scheme formulated by them. Which of the following statement is or are correct here? Asset reconstruction company. We have to choose the correct statement. Now we have to choose the correct statement. Asset reconstruction company, guys. Choose the correct statement regarding the asset reconstruction company. Very important, okay? So Arun is saying B, Krishna is saying B, Junaid is also saying B. Okay, so what is wrong in the first statement? Now tell me, what is wrong in the first statement then? What is wrong in the first statement then? Everyone, just tell me the correct answer. What is wrong in the first statement then? Okay, first is wrong. Now, an asset reconstruction company must obtain a certificate of registration from RBI and maintain a net owned fund of rupees 50 crore on an ongoing basis. Obviously, if we talk about the correct answer, it is not the 50 crore. It is you have to maintain, an asset reconstruction company has to maintain the net owned fund of rupees 100 crore on an ongoing basis. So if we talk about the first statement, yes, it is wrong. Now the second statement says that it can raise the fund from acquiring the financial asset through the issue of the security receipts. Yes, that is correct. So only the second statement is correct. First is wrong. Good, everyone. Yes, good, you guys, everyone. Yes, good. Done. Okay. Next question is what? With reference to the contract of indemnity and guarantee, consider the following statement. Okay. In a contract of indemnity, there are three distinct contracts, one between the debtor and creditor, and one between the creditor and indemnifier, and one between the indemnifier and debtor. Okay. In contract of guarantee, the surety liability arises only when the principal debtor defaults in the payment of the performance. In both indemnity and guarantee, the liability of the promisor is primary and independent. The contract of indemnity cannot be implied, it always must be expressed. Which of the following is the correct statement, everyone? Now tell me the correct answer. Yeah. Everyone, Orun, Junaid, Benha, Kiran, and everyone start answering this question. Contract of indemnity and the guarantee, we have to choose the correct statement here. It's very easy. You can all answer this question. It's very easy. It's very simple. You have to answer this question. It's very easy, very simple. We have to choose the correct statement. B. Okay. In contract of guarantee, indemnity, there are three distinct contract. No. In contract of indemnity, there is only one contract between the indemnifier and indemnified, whereas in contract of guarantee, we have three. One between the debtor and creditor, one between the creditor and the surety, and one between the surety and the debtor. That is the case of contract of guarantee. Okay. Now, in contract of guarantee, the surety's liability arises only when the principal debtor default. Yes, that is perfectly correct statement. In both indemnity and guarantee, the liability of the promisor is primary and independent. No, not at all. In indemnity, the indemnifier's liability is primary. Whereas in guarantees, the surety liability is secondary. In guarantee, the liability of the surety is secondary, not primary. In indemnifier's liability, it is primary, right? So it is wrong. The contract of indemnity cannot be implied. No, it can be expressed, it can be implied. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, second only is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Okay. Next question. Consider the following statement regarding the bill facilities offered by the bank. In purchase bill, the bank negotiate the demand bill and become the holder in due course. In bill discounting, the bank pays the face value of the bill without any deduction. In advance against bill of exchange, the bank lends against bill in the process of collection after keeping a particular margin. Which of the following statement is correct? Now you have to choose the correct statement. Look out the question very carefully and then it you need to answer. Okay, everyone, then you need to answer. Very simple question, just you need some understanding and then you have to answer this question. You can all answer this question, you guys. Everyone start answering this question. Okay. So the correct answer is what? Everyone kindly please like and share the video. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Every one of you. Please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone. Okay. Right. Now, in bill purchase, the bank negotiate the demand bill and become the holder in due course. Perfectly correct statement. In bill discounting, the bank pays the face value of the bill without deduction. without any deduction. No, in bill discounting the bank always deduct the discount. Okay, so that is wrong. In advance against the bill for collection, the bank lend against bill in the process of collection after keeping a margin. Correct. So if we talk about the correct answer, first and third is correct and second is wrong. Yes, C is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Now let me give you the difference between bill purchase and bill discounting. Very important for all of you. Always remember, bill purchased is actually for the demand bill. Bill purchase is actually for what? It is for the demand bill. Whereas bill discount was for the usance bill. Usance bill means which have any future date. Demand bill which don't have any maturity. Whenever the seller demands, you need to have give the payment, right? So bank always purchase the demand bill, bank always discount the usance bill. Very important. Okay, now this is the main thing which you need to learn between the bill purchase and bill discount. Okay, advance against the bill of exchange, it is like receiving the collateral. The bill of exchange is used as a collateral for giving you the loan in advances. Okay, done. Good. Next question is what? Bank operates 3,500 ATMs across the country. In the month of March, 120 of ATMs remained out of cash for more than 10 hours due to the delay in cash replenishment. Additionally, Bank X is also a sponsor of 200 white label ATM operated by Company Y. Out of this, 15 ATM remained out of cash for more than 10 hours. We have to calculate the penalty and who will bear the penalty. Calculate the penalty and who will bear the penalty. Everyone. Calculate and who will bear the penalty. Just tell me the correct answer. First of all, you have to calculate and tell who have to bear this penalty. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay. Yes, first of all, there is 3,500 ATM out of which 120 ATM remains out of cash. So it is for like 10,000 per ATM to 1,20,000. Okay. Then 215 remains out of cash. 15 means okay, 15,000. So total liability is 1,35,000 and it will be charged on Bank X. Later, Bank X can recover it from the company Y. It is up to the Bank X. But complete penalty, the RBI will be imposing on the Bank X. For the white label ATM also, the one bank who is responsible for the replenishment of the money, that bank is liable for the penalty. Later, it can just recover it from the companies or the vendors. Okay, so if we talk about the correct answer, C is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Next question. Now this is written. Okay, consider the following scenarios related to the farm mechanization and financing. Okay, determine which statement correctly reflects the viability and financing condition mentioned. Rajesh owned a small of farm of 3 acres that is not perennially irrigated. He decided to purchase a tractor to enhance his productivity. Sita has 6 acres of perennially irrigated land and plans to use a combination of tractor and a power tiller. He approaches the bank for financing and is interested in both new and second-hand equipment. Whereas Anil, they have been using bank finance combined harvester for 2 years. He want to apply for a loan to repair the machinery and purchase a sprayer. Which of the following statement is true? Because 15 ATMs are out of cash. 15 remained out of cash for more than 10 hours. That's why 15,000. Okay. Okay, 1,50,000. Sorry, sorry, sorry. 15 is out of cash. It is 1,50,000. Sorry, guys. अरे बताना था ना आपको. Something is wrong. देखो मैं यहाँ पे ना खुद ही कंफ्यूज हो गई. 1,000. Okay, no, no, no. Actually, आप अगर we have to just check out the correct answer. 120 into 10,000. You guys, 120 into 10,000 is what? 120, 10,000, 120, फिर we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 12 lakh, okay? And 15 means it is 1,50,000. Okay, so the correct answer is right. 13 lakh 50,000. Okay, 13 lakh 50,000. 13 lakh 50,000 is the total penalty, and bank X can cover it from Y. Okay, so options are wrong. Okay, 13 lakh 50,000. Okay, 12 lakh for 120 ATMs out of cash, and for 15 ATM out of cash 10,000, it is 1 lakh 15,000 50,000. So the correct is 13 lakh 50,000. Okay, done. Yes. Next question. Good, good, Krishna, good. Okay, now tell me the correct answer here. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the farm mechanization. We have to choose the correct statement regarding the farm mechanization, everyone. Farm mechanization, we have to choose the correct statement regarding the farm mechanization. Okay. So first statement, Rajesh own a small farm of 3 acre that is not perennially irrigated. She decided to purchase a tractor to enhance its productivity. So if you all remember the farm mechanization, farmers should have a minimum 5 acre of land that should be perennially irrigated for the viable use of tractor. So for A, Rajesh can viably use a tractor in his 3 acre farm. Not at all, because you should have a minimum 5 acre of land that should be perennially irrigated. Okay, now second, Sita has 6 acre of perennially irrigated land and want to have a combination of tractor and power tiller. Okay, so Sita can receive financing for both. Yes, that is correct statement. Now Anil want to upgrade or want a loan under farm mechanization for repair of the machinery. Anil can apply for financing for repair, but for not for additional equipments for. So if we talk about the correct answer, yes, B is the correct answer. Good, everyone. Yes, good is yes, B is the correct answer. Done, everyone. Any doubt in this question? No. Next question. A patent provides patent owner with a protection for limited period, unlimited period, 4 year only, or none. Everyone, easy. So tell me the correct answer. It's easy. Tell me the correct answer. Everyone, please answer this question. Hmm. Yes, it is. No, Benhar. Patent provide the protection for a limited period of time, approximately for 20 years. Okay, is the correct answer. Yes, it is approximately for 20 years. Okay, next. Consider the following statement regarding the bailment as per Indian Contract Act 1872. Bailment involves transfer of ownership of goods from the bailer to the bailee for a specific purpose. The bailee must return the goods as dispose of them as per the direction of the bailer once the purpose is accomplished. Pledge of a jewelry is an example of bailment. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Simple question, we have to choose the correct statement. Everyone. We have to choose the correct statement here, everyone. Please answer this question. Everyone, kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Everyone, start answering. Okay. So first, bailment involves transfer of ownership of the goods from bailer to bailee. Transfer of ownership. What? Bailment doesn't involve transfer of ownership, it only involves the transfer of possession. You are just transferring the possession, not the ownership, please. Okay. The bailee must return the good or dispose of them as per the direction of the bailer. Correct. Pledge of a jewelry, yes, it is a special kind of bailment. So if we talk about the correct answer, second and third is the correct statement, first is wrong. Second and third are correct statement, first is wrong, everyone. Okay, done, clear. Now next question, choose the correct statement here. Okay, jurisdiction of District Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission shall entertain the complaint of value doesn't exceeding 60 lakh. State Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission, value exceeding 60 lakh but not exceeding 5 crore. Jurisdiction of National Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission, value doesn't exceed 20 crore. Which of the following statement is correct or none of the above? Everyone, please answer this question. So it is an important question, everyone. In one question, I have framed the complete information about the values. In one question, I have just framed the complete information about the values. Please answer this question, everyone. So the correct answer is what? Kiran, Junaid, Krishna, Benhar, and everyone start answering the question. So the correct answer for this question is, it's simple. District Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission. They should not exceeding 60 lakh. No, it should not exceeding 50 lakh. 50 lakh for the District Consumer Readdressal Commission. State Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission doesn't be exceeding 60 lakh, but sorry, exceeding 60 lakh, but doesn't exceeding 5 crore. It is doesn't exceeding 50 lakh, 50 lakh, exceed 50 lakh, but doesn't exceed 2 crore. Okay. Now, third, national, the value of the goods and services doesn't exceed 10 crore. Okay. So these are the values which are very important. So if we talk about the correct answer, none of the above is the correct statement. This is the very important question about the Consumer Dispute Readdressal Commission. Okay. All the values are important. Maybe the question can be asked in your examination. Okay. Done. Next question. In the context of the check truncation, which of the following statement is accurate? The electronic image of the check completely replaced the physical check from the point of the truncation. The truncation can occur at any time, not just during the clearing cycle. After a check is being truncated, the physical check is kept with the account holder for their record. The inclusion of the digital signature for the truncating system on the electronic image is mandatory. We have to choose the correct statement here. Now, please answer this question. Choose out the correct statement, answer it. Everyone, in the context of check truncation, which of the following statement is correct? Everyone, choose out the correct statement here. You have to answer the correct statement. Everyone start answering the question, guys. In the context of check truncation, which of the following statement is accurate? The electronic image of the check completely replaced the physical check from the point of truncation onward. True. Truncation can occur anytime. No. After the check is truncated, the physical check remain with the clearing house, not with the account holder. Inclusion of digital signature is not mandatory. It is optional. Inclusion is optional. If we talk about the correct statement, yes, only the statement one is accurate or correct. Done? Clear? Good. Next question. Mr. Khanna appoint Mr. Verma as his agent to manage a property sale. Without Mr. Khanna's knowledge, Mr. Verma appoint Mr. Raghav as a sub-agent to handle negotiation. Raghav, while acting in his capacity, intentionally misrepresent the property features to the buyer, causing a financial loss to Mr. Khanna, okay, who is liable to Mr. Khanna for the misrepresentation of the sub-agent Raghav. Okay, only Mr. Raghav, the sub-agent, only Mr. Verma, the original agent, Mr. Verma and Mr. Raghav, none as sub-agent are not liable to the principal. Please answer this question. Now, tell me the correct answer, everyone. Everyone, please answer this question. So who is liable here? So you are all saying B. Again, read out the question. Again, read out the question. Again, read out the question and then answer. Just read out the question again. Right. So here, see, sub-agent doesn't directly liable to the principal, but in this case, see, without the consent of Mr. Khanna, Miss Verma appointed a agent, sub-agent to handle the negotiation. So first of all, Mr. Verma is liable to Mr. Khanna. Why? Because without his information, you have delegated the authority to the sub-agent. That is completely wrong. Now Raghav misrepresented and then it result to the financial loss. So in this case, yes, Mr. Raghav is liable to Mr. Khanna also. So if we talk about the correct answer, both are liable. Both are liable. Why both are liable? First, sub-agent generally doesn't have the direct liability, but in case of fraud, the sub-agent has the direct liability to the principal. Okay, in case of fraud, in this feature, two things are there. First of all, without the information, Mr. Verma has appointed a sub agent. That is wrong, and that's why Mr. Verma is accountable to Mr. Khanna. And second, it is the case of fraud, and in case of fraud, a sub agent is directly liable to the principal. So in this case, C, both are liable to the principal. Clear? Done. Very important. Read out this no delegation thing. All the important point is written. I have just given the screenshot so that you can just revise the concept before going to the exam. Okay, you can just revise the concept, everyone. Done. Can we move to the next question? Good. Okay, now next question is what? RBI's Committee on Mechanization in the Banking Industry on Computerization was headed by which committee? Now tell me the correct answer. It is headed by which committee? Everyone. It is headed by which committee? Which committee is responsible for the banking computerization? It is Rangarajan committee which is responsible for the banking computerization. So B is the correct answer. Yes, it is Rangarajan committee which is responsible for the banking computerization. Okay, next question. Rajesh grant a power of attorney to his friend Priya. The document states that the Priya is authorized to handle all Rajesh financial transaction, manage his investment, even make the decision regarding to the sale of property. However, the power of attorney specially notes that Priya can only act on Rajesh behalf for the sale of his car. Based on the scenario, which of the following statement is true? The power of attorney is a general power of attorney because it covers all the financial transaction. The power of attorney is a specific limited to the sale of the car. The power of attorney is invalid because it cannot be both general and specific. The power of attorney is a general power of attorney limited to the specific transaction. Everyone, please answer. So K is saying B is the correct answer, and everyone else answer this question. Kindly please like and share the video to the maximum you can, everyone. Whoever are watching this session, please like and share the video to the maximum you can, everyone. Huh. Okay, either A or B. Read out the question carefully and then answer. Just read out the question carefully. If you are reading out the question carefully, you can all answer this question. It's so simple, it's so easy. If you just read out the question carefully, you can all answer this question. Rajesh grant a power of attorney to his friend Priya. The documents state that the Priya is authorized to handle all transactions. So in this first point, there is a general power of attorney which is sanctioned. Now in the same second point, there is a specific power of attorney which is appointed. In the first, it is general also. In the second, it is specific. The power of attorney become invalid because it cannot be both general and specific. It can be either general or specific. It cannot be both general or specific. Okay, so C is the correct answer. No one is correct here, although this is a very easy question. So C is the correct answer. Done. Any doubt in this question? If you have, please ask. No doubt, give me a thumbs up. Everyone. Any doubt? Yes or no? Okay, next question. Moral judgment is based on the concept of objectivity, understanding, justice, fairness, profit. We have to choose the correct answer. Moral judgment. Moral judgment is based on what? Moral judgment is based on what, everyone? Moral judgment. And who has given the moral judgment? Everyone. Who has given it? This also you need to answer. Lawrence Kohlberg, if you all remember the moral judgment, Lawrence Kohlberg, and it is based on the concept of objectivity, justice, and fairness. Okay, C is the correct answer. And who has given this? It is given by Lawrence Kohlberg. It is given by whom? Lawrence Kohlberg. Okay, done. Next question. Which of the following best reflect the ethical principle of treating others as you wish to be treated? Best reflect the ethical principle of treating others as you wish to be treated. You should always prioritize your interest over the other. You should act in a way that you would be comfortable having others act toward you. You should retaliate against those who wrong you. You should ignore the feelings of other in your decision making. Simple question. Very simple question. Tell me the correct answer. Very simple question. So tell me the correct answer, everyone. Yes, you should act in a way that you would be comfortable having others act towards you. B is the correct one. Okay. Which of the following is not true about the immediate payment services, IMPS? Immediate payment services allows electronic fund transfer only through mobile bankings or mobile phones. The facility is provided by NPCI. IMPS allows instant money transfer. IMPS allows transferring of money to an account with another bank. IMPS transactions can be done only through bank branch. We have to check which of the following is not true about IMPS. Immediate payment services. Please answer this question. It's very simple. You can all answer this question. It's so simple question. You can all answer this question. Everyone start answering this question. Electronic transfer only IMPS. E Not true. IMPS transaction you cannot initiate through bank branch. Immediate payment services you can do from bank branch. What? Yes, you can do through bank branch. If you want to have a IMPS branch, you request your branch to have the IMPS transaction. Okay. It allows electronic fund transfer only through mobile phone. That is incorrect. We have to choose. This is so simple question. Okay. This is so simple question. We have to choose the incorrect statement. If you are saying that IMPS only can be done through mobile phone, no, you can initiate the transaction by requesting the bank branch also. Okay. So yes, A is the wrong one. Patching operating system is done to remediate against what? Patching operating system. Now tell me the correct answer. Tell me the correct answer, everyone. Okay, so if we talk about the correct answer, yes, it is to remediate against the known vulnerabilities. Good. Now, the last question, I think, yes, last question. Period of limitation for the sale of mortgage property through court when it is payable on demand is dash year from the date of mortgage. Everyone, you can all answer this question. Period of limitation for the mortgage property. Period of limitation for the mortgage property. It is what? It is the last question, everyone. Now, tell me the correct answer. Period of limitation for the mortgage property. Everyone, start answering this question. Period of limitation for the mortgage property. Yes, it is 12 years. Yes, B is the correct answer. Done. So, yes, guys, this is it for today. So, we have done some very, very good questions today, everyone. Okay. So, this is it. The part second of this final marathon, I will be starting from 6 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. Part second, I will be taking 6 p.m. tomorrow. Everyone, kindly please join that session. Don't miss out that session. Thank you so much for attending the session. Please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye bye, guys. Have a very good night. Bye. Bye, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye.